Hi. In previous video, we have seen how to create a user and how we can assign the policies, or basically how to add that user to the user group, and how to generate access keys and secret access key as well. So, as I mentioned, that is access keys are used for programming purpose. I mean, if we have to perform any AWS actions such as EC2 instance or user creation, anything, I mentioned that access keys are really required, and this will be configured in our system. Somewhere we have to configure, and in this video, we'll see how exactly those access keys we have to configure in order to write Java program to perform actions on AWS. So let us see where exactly we have to do that. So last video we've seen we downloaded the access key, and the first one is the access key and the second one is the secret key. Okay, this entire thing. So where exactly we have to store? There are various ways we can store access keys. One is in environment variables. Second one, even system properties. And while we are writing the program, we can set the system property also. But instead of writing it in a property there, property, we just have to mention it in a common place. So my approach would be to create a credentials file which will be under your user. We just have to create a .aws folder and then create a credential and then just do it. Uh, Write these details into that. So how we can do it, I will just show you here. So this credential file is already open for me. I will just okay. I will just delete. There are certain existing credential. I'm just deleting it. That's for a different account. So how exactly this has to be stored and where exactly this will be? So if you just go to your system, go to users and your user name, then you have to go under this .aws. In case if you don't have it, just create this folder called .aws. Okay, within that there will be credentials file. If not, you can create it and make sure that there is no extension like .txt or anything. Okay, if you just usually you just click on this and you just create some sample, suppose say sample dot this thing, right? You just have to create only sample, not that extension. Okay, something like this. If it asks to change it, you just click on change. Okay, and then you can edit it with notepad plus plus or anything, and you just have to copy the contents which I'm going to share. Okay, so I'm just deleting this one. So this credentials file is already there. I will just open. Okay, so the first one is default, which means that it's a default profile. This information you can get it in AWS documentation also, like where exactly we have to store this credential and how exactly it looks like. Like if you just search, there will be documents over AWS also how exactly it should look like, etc. Okay, so these are the things like it shows like default is the profile, and you just have to mention this AWS access key and AWS secret access key. And if there is a session token for us, that it's not required session token. So I just do these two. Okay, and we can add a region if required, but these two are mandatory. Okay, this is what we received when we generated that access key from the user. So let us go back to these credentials. These are the same things: AWS access key, AWS secret key, secret access key, sorry. Then you just have to take this value and paste it over here. You can give a space after equal to, and you just take secret value, is paste. Okay, and this is just a test user, that's why I'm sharing it, but secret access key is a secured one, so it shouldn't be given to any other person, or it shouldn't be a public thing. Okay, so we can add a region, or I can remove the region, but for now I will just remove. Later on when we do the programming, sometimes it will ask like the region is must. In that case we just have to add it, but for now this is it. And when you say this default within this brackets, it means that this is the profile name, so you are using a default profile. Okay, you just save it, that's it, you're done. This is how exactly you have to configure the access keys inside a Windows machine. So I'm just explaining this only for the Windows machine. So yeah, I hope it is clear. Just to review, you just go to this C folder, users, and your specific username. Create a .aws folder in case if it is not there. Create credentials file if it is not there, and don't add any extension to it. Okay, and just add this section and save it. It's a default profile. Okay, that's it. See you in next video. Thank you.